Hello guys, this is very serious, and as a Nigerian, I think you must not skip this video. You must watch this video to the end. Obasanjo told Alibaba something, and I think every Nigerian must know this. In fact, every African must know this, and we must know this because this is the reason why a country like Nigeria, with all our resources, human capacity, vast land, we are yet to grow like other nations of the world. In fact, other nations of the world that have less than what we have, they are already very successful, and we are still hoping on God. We are still praying. I tell people always that if I'm God, I will not answer Nigeria prayer, because God has given Nigeria everything that a nation could pray for, and yet we are still backward. Our people are still hungry. Insecurity is still everywhere in the nation. Just watch this video. Pay attention. Listen to this video. Watch this video properly, and you understand what I'm trying to say.
All the noise you're hearing now about politics in Akwa Ibom, Edo State, Rivers State, and rest of it, it's funding. Elections are coming. Who will man the purse? I was speaking with Obasanjo one time, and he told me, he said, find the chat. Should I find the chat?
Find the chat. That will be interesting.
I'm just going to read the chat. He said, so no, for him, it was like he thought I was going to go into politics. So he was very happy when I was talking with him. He said, Ali, I'm happy that you are now.
I don't know what kind of witchcraft you practice, because I was going to ask you
about the relationship with him.
No, not just about him. You said he thought you were going to go into politics. I was going to ask you why.
Why I did not. Okay, so no, I'll get to it. So he says, hey, wait, okay, yeah. He says, Ali, okay, I'm going to read that. Ali, I'm happy you are catching on with politics, but you still have a lot to learn. And I said, like what, sir? He said, like how you get governors and presidents elected. So you need 7 governors to win an election. Lagos, Bayelsa, Delta, Rivers, Kano, Kaduna, and the CBN governor.
To win at federal level, a presidential
election. You need 7 governors. 1, Lagos. 2, Bayelsa. 3, Delta. 4, Rivers. 5, Kano. 6, Kaduna. 7, the CBN governor.
So you just, without, even if you are a political novice,
you know what all this means.
Understand the permutation.
Exactly. And so when I said, but Kano and Kaduna don't have much. He said, that's for numbers.
For numbers. True. For numbers.
He said, and what is money? That's numbers too. All right. He goes to say, you need 44 of the most popular senatorial districts. He said, you need to have awarded 10 contracts, and 15% of that contract can give you marginal impact at the polls. And you must award these contracts in your first year of assumption of office.
Whoa.
Because if you don't do that, then you can't ask the people for anything. Because when you give them at the first year of your getting into office, when it's time for elections, you just tell them, do you want to continue this contract, or they know what to do. He said, you must name your CGN, you must name your IGP, you must name your Controller General Customs, you must name the head of the NNPC, you must name your CBN governor. And if you want to get into the judiciary, you must suspend pending cases of corrupt past governors who are loaded. Don't forget that those guys have chests.
War
chests that's just sitting down waiting for who they want to align with. No matter how much EFCC milks from them, they still have plenty. These are people who were sitting on a monthly federal allocation don't forget that sometimes when, okay, your federal allocation, like some states will mention, when they get their federal allocation, they don't touch it. They actually add to it because their state internally generated revenue is higher than what the federal gives to them. So if federal government gives them 3 naira, they can add 4 naira to it and spend 7. So when they leave office, EFCC can't come look for them because they added money to what federal government gave them. But you see that internally generated revenue, that is their sweat, as it's called. It's their money they generated it themselves. They can determine anything they want to do with it. Lagos State internally generated revenue is higher than what federal government gives them.
So Obasanjo seized it for like forever.
They call this bluff.
Nobody cared.
They call this bluff. That's what we used to pay salaries. Just and then it says, yes, this is the meaty part of it. Say get US or China support. Because of their businesses in your country, they would support whoever. You had the fallout from the Senate in this thing that said how they helped Buhari to get into office and remove Jonathan. National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, Market Women,
NURTW.
Unsettled the organized labor.
Settle or unsettle?
Unsettle. Now, organized labor is where you then have people who protest. We are not this, we are this, and we are supporting that. We don't like this. All of that. There's one other. Get 10 of the richest Nigerians on your side. And we know the usual suspects. Infiltrate opposition parties and let them decamp before election. So you have your party. I want to infiltrate the party. I'll send my people to leave my own party and join your own party before the elections. So when the time of elections comes, they will then disrupt the whole thing. They probably will be the ones they put in charge of electioneering campaign. You won't know that the reason they decamp from that side was to make sure that your own campaign doesn't succeed. So when you are planning and saying, no, this is what we'll do this, they inform those people that this is what they plan to do. So by the time...
And later on, you will hear they are going back to their old party.
Exactly. then somebody did it where he said, he was supposed to be... I think Ashiwaju's campaign guy. Then he left to go and support the guy from Kano. Sometimes when these people say some things, you have to respect this. Infiltrate opposition parties and let them decamp before them. Buy delegates 1 year before your congresses. 1 year before the congresses, buy them. So I asked, how do you buy congresses? It's okay, so this is what you do. You know who and who will be selected as delegates. You can permutate and say, this man will be delegates in another 4 years. You give 2 of his daughters jobs in a bank. You give this other person's wife a shop in so and so place. This other person wants to go to Hajj, they go to Hajj. This one wants to do something. When the time for election comes and you say, this is the person I'm supporting, because of those people that you have given, they won't mess up. While some people are trying to raise money to give dollars to some people, you already have bought their loyalty since. Have a hand in appointing all parties chairmen. All parties. So it's not. So when you hear that 2 people are gunning for an office and you are not in the party, you call the other parties running against him. Say, you want to be chairman? We'll fund you. Right. Secure INEC and state rec, blogs and social media, religious leaders, royal fathers, appointment of board of chairmen and DGs. It says, refer to number 2. Get 4 constitutional lawyers on retainership.
Hope you watch the video. Una see wetin we dey face for Nigeria. It's never about the people. The future, the destiny of Nigeria, they don't match them. They don't care about Nigeria. They don't care about Nigerians. It's not about the progress of Nigeria. It's not about the growth of Nigeria. It's about its electionarism It's just government of the next election. It's always about the next election. You hear it from the first year. From the first year in office, you're already awarding contracts anyhow based on your intention to come back to office. So you are not awarding contracts based on qualification, based on those that will do the job properly. You are awarding contracts because you need the support of the people later. Let's not talk about governor and how they've messed up the entire system. In fact, at the beginning, it talked about Rivers, Edo. You see what they did in Edo State. You see the election magu. And even the judiciary itself. Common man not get hope for this country. There's nothing like last hope of the common man. It's a big scam. It's only when the power that be wants you to succeed that they will succeed. Imagine a country where opposition will be saying, I don't think the president is interested in the judiciary this time. I think the president wants to let the judiciary do their work. Imagine a country where if an opposition wins a case in court, everybody go to celebrate president. Everybody will be celebrating the president. Because to us, we are too used to the executive suppressing every other arm of government, suppressing the judiciary, suppressing the legislative arm. In fact, currently the legislative arm is more or less non-existent. It's just an extension of the executive arm. This is the country we run. There's no future for you and I, with the young people. And clearly, there's no future for our children. It's always about the next election. Look at what is happening in Rivers State. Everything that is happening in Rivers State is not about the Rivers people. Nobody gives a damn about the Rivers people. It's not about the common Rivers people. It's not about that woman selling bole and smoked fish. It's not about the Rivers people. It's about the next election, 2027. And we're in 2025. They're already destroying 2027. We see all these videos and we just take it as a normal thing. We are not too used to bad political system in Nigeria. We've accepted it. Every other country around us, they are trying to grow. We don't even think of growing at all. No jobs for the youth. No security. You can't just wake up one morning and say, you want to tour Nigeria by roads. If you even manage to do it, now God's grace go save you. Because if herdsmen not kidnap you, especially for young Nigerians, young boys like us, if herdsmen not kidnap you, now some rogue police officers now go put you for trouble. They will be the one to oppress you. That's if they don't even do harm to you. That's the country we are running. And yet everything is about election. Everything is about election. Hey. Change, bring me on this country. All these people, they don't care because all their children, they are abroad. They are enjoying life. They don't care. If common Nigerians perish, we should perish. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. From day one of this government, it has always been about the next election. They use the first 2 years of their first term to consolidate power. Scatter the opposition. You hear what they said about the opposition? I always tell people that Nigeria does not have a party system. We don't have political parties in Nigeria. There is no political party in Nigeria. Take it or leave it. What we just have, they are just vehicles that politicians use in getting to their political destinations. No ideology, no vision, no mission, nothing. Nothing. And that's why you can see tomorrow the APC will send some spies to PDP. PDP will send some spies to APC. APC will send some spies to NNPP. Vice versa. That's what you will see. Imagine with this recent general election that we just had, 2023 general election, we thought we've gotten a major opposition party that we the youth can stand behind, Labour Party. Before you know, somebody's father came out, started fighting your major candidate in an election, a candidate that brought your party to the limelight. Obviously now people plant am for there to cause disruption. I dey talk sef, NEPA don take light, no be the country wey we dey be this. Abeg, give me everybody get out.